Michael's going to be running the AMA for everybody. So we're going to let these gentlemen talk, explain their project. We're going to ask a couple
Okay,
questions.
okay, I'm ready.
You good? All right, cool. One second. And then afterwards, guys, after they're done speaking about the project, we're going to invite people to raise their hand and ask questions after we get done with the AMA, because I'm sure some of our questions might be answered in these gentlemen's conversations that we're about to have. So we'll save the raising the hands for after this, and then we'll get you guys up here to ask any questions that you want. So without further ado, Michael, I'll turn it over to you, and let's have a really good conversation.
Okay, thank you. First and foremost, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, regardless where you're at. Scary Chain Capital, thank you so much for joining us today. For transparency, I'm also invested into this project. I got in fairly early, and I'm really liking the energy that you guys have. So initially, right off the bat, could you kind of introduce yourselves and talk to us how you got into starting Scary Chain Capital?
Sure. Actually, it's quite funny because I was in a group in a Discord group, and basically they were making calls on these chain capitals, and I've been unlucky on both of the first two calls. Well, the first one was MCC, and I had a failed transaction because Ethereum usually does not work properly, and I generally don't like to invest in degen kind of stuff. I had not made any research on the project. The second call was CCF, the one that has been on your AMA, but I had again like 4 failed transactions because probably I was not putting enough slippage. I wanted to minimize the price impact on that buy. So in the end, I said, okay, I'm very, I'm willing to build my own chain capital at this point because I don't want to miss this kind of trend. So after seeing that Avalanche had its own capital, and I mostly invested on Phantom, probably casually because I invested on Phantom some months ago, and my friends suggested it to me. I read all the stuff, the white paper. They have an amazing way of managing their blockchain. It's scalable, it's fast, it has the lowest fees around. So I said, okay, let's be the first on Phantom. I found that other people were doing the same stuff, and in basically a matter of 2 hours, we front-ran anyone and became the first capital here on Phantom. So that's how we started.
Awesome. And I think I speak for everyone when we appreciate the fact that you're on Phantom, because we do like that the fees are really low and the transactions are really fast. Now, right off the bat, you guys came out of the gate swinging. Like, you were trending on Dex tools. You started off, I think it was like number 3, right there with Heck and Spa, and you kind of moved up. Can you talk to us about how you came out with the reflection model, and then also what projects are you invested in right now that benefits investors?
Okay, so basically, we have been also first for many times. We have made screenshots, and we are proud of our community. We did not expect so much success without having actually a real product that can be viewed by people. That's my main concern, and we are doing as much as we can to have a dashboard as soon as possible. Right now, I want to say that not even multi-chain capital has a dashboard. Because if you go on their basically they display just 2 numbers. Give me a second. Okay, they just display just 2 numbers. Basically, what you had at the beginning and what you have now, thanks to reflection. Then have another section where they show how many buybacks, and we're gonna talk about buybacks and bursts they have made, and just that. Basically, the staking is not available. The portfolio is not available. They're not showing the strategy. So, I mean, if you call it a dashboard, I think they're still in their alpha. Same thing for the others. So we hope to have the first dashboard that shows what we are doing, the balances, shows actually the inflation. We're going to talk about this main concern by people. I think there is not much to worry about inflation right now. We read the smart contract. We actually going to explain why there is a little bit of, like, this is a kind of elastic supply. So we will explain why we have that. And yeah, basically the products we are investing in Yeah, so we have some tokens. We posted on Twitter that we have Krabada. We have some targets for these projects. We will make some articles on the Medium. We will actually describe our view on the project and why we have invested in that. So it's gonna be like what you see on the main capitals. Basically, there is a capital that invested in Solana. They have a very nice blog. So we will take inspiration from them because you want to educate our community. Basically, Krabada has some features. We will discuss about their tokenomics, what we think it is going to be the price action of the token. So we also have kart racing league on Polygon that had an amazing rise in price in the last week. It made 4x. Unfortunately, we came on the night of the 24th of November, and the community knows I've been the entire night from probably the token was launched in my country, that is Italy. It was like almost 1 a.m. I've been, I think, until 9 a.m. on the Telegram, saying thank you to the community that actually put more than 1 million, put us above 1 million in market cap without a logo and a website. So this is for basically the gaming tokens right now. There is another game token that I will not be talking about because we want to keep this strategy secret for a while. But what I can tell that there is another gaming token we have. Maybe someone that is used to check the wallets can discover what token it is. Maybe if they are so good at this, they can also raise their hand and say on which chain we have this token, and we may give some hint of what we're doing. So related to this token, what I can say is that we are earning over 30,000 revenues per day. And we're gonna tell you probably next week or the one after how we are getting these revenues and which models we are applying. I can tell you that we are in touch with the applied physics professor that is on Twitter that does some amazing things on Uniswap, and we are using it in a very smart way to generate revenues. Basically, from transactions, every transaction has high fees, and we are collecting fees very nicely. Then we are using Tom Finance because they're on Phantom. I think it's a must for anyone that is on Phantom. The other capitals are coming to Phantom to use Tom Finance. But the mechanism is has a very high yield. Actually, what we're doing right now, we have the Tom Phantom LP, then we have the Phantom T-share LP that both give a T-share, and then we're putting the T-shares in the Mansory, that is basically the place where you get the highest APR, and there you get rewards in Tom. Basically, it's a token that is not perfectly pegged to Phantom, but basically it has a variable that is a price that is basically the Tomb over Phantom. You do this fraction, and it's usually above 1. In the last month, it's almost has always been above 1, and this swap price actually affects the price of the T-shirt. In fact, once during the downtrend of Phantom after the Phantom conference, basically we went below 1, and the price of T-share went down because people sell T-share when they cannot use it in the mastery. Then we are using a kind of peculiar stablecoin strategy. We are using on Spirit Swap. Basically, we are telling it because we already know that people will copy, but it's fine. We are using VW Memo, meme pair, and we are getting Spirit, basically. Since VW Memo basically gets the basis and its price is quite stable, plus meme, actually we have over more or less 50,000 there. We're using that as a stable coin strategy. But more is like we have other strategies as well. This is how we are managing it. So, yeah.
Awesome. So you guys aren't just going at random projects. You're actually studying projects and looking at what's going to bring in the best returns. That can really be appreciated by the community, of course. Now you guys are about 4 days old, not even a full 4 days old. You're listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, which is super awesome. Can I ask that, as far as your smart contracts, are there any audits that are done, or do you have any audits planned?
Sure. So basically, the smart contract is safe right now. I mean, we're gonna show maybe if other just at the end to do a little summary. Yeah, basically, or right now, anybody knows how it works. So you pay, or whether you buy or you sell, there is a 20% tax. There has been a lot of confusion even on Telegram or Discord. It is 10% on the buy or on the sell. No, it's the same. Whether you sell or you buy, it's the same. The transaction actually is taxed in both cases. And this has to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. What I was asking at is, as far as audits on the
No,
smart contract.
basically the concept that people should have, and this is what I want to tell you, the smart contract is not being audited by anyone right now. It is in our plans, and we will use the marketing funds for this.
Awesome.
The concept that we have is that people actually are putting faith in us in how we manage the treasury. Actually, all the capitals are managing these treasuries manually. There is no automation in it. So we may try to decentralize that and audit that too. But right now it will take a week at least.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that. So let me ask you another question regarding the team. Can you kind of give us some insight on what the team is comprised of, how many people you have, and what their backgrounds are?
Sure. So yeah, starting from me, I am a physics engineering student. But right now, I mean, you can consider me a dropout because I'm doing this full time since 2 months right now. Then we have a friend of mine that is a computer science student, or is almost done, so will be full time as well. Then we have a team in Pakistan where we are mentioning this amazing team we have in Pakistan that has a lot of people, even some that are basically just for little jobs, not for forever. Basically we have Azar that is here listening. Azar, say hi.
Hi everyone.
So Azar, basically, Azar has a background in finance, but he's also a graphic designer, a marketer. Basically, this guy never sleeps as well. Then we have his brother, Atar, that is the main dev, and he's working on the dashboard. And then we have other people, because basically they have a digital agency. We have other projects as well, so we are used to deliver products.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. So another question I have is regarding you've been very active on Twitter and then also on your Telegram, and you did announce that you were going to be doing buybacks twice a day. And then yesterday you announced that there was a token burn. Do you have a foreseeable token amount that you look to see as far as how often are burns going to happen, and where do you see the final tokenomics end up at, from that 1 trillion total supply that is advertised?
Okay, so I have probably to change my word on what I said yesterday, because we think it's better to do the buybacks and burns algorithmically. Like I've seen other capitals doing too many buybacks and too many burns. Why? Because if you give us your money, whether you buy or you sell, you are supposed to invest them to generate profits, and the profits should be used with the buybacks. If you use the money you get to do buybacks, basically we are exchanging money all the time. Like you give them to me, I give them back to you, and basically we are not doing anything.
Okay. So are you not? So basically, my understanding is you're not going to be doing the buybacks twice a day then.
Exactly. What I was thinking is basically we're gonna use two factors. One is the inflation. Basically, we will do the sum of the all of the tokens owned by the people, and we will manage that. And we will find a coefficient keep it stable. And the other one is the TVL, basically the value in the treasury over the market cap ratio, to try to increase the TVL in order to have warranty or expectations of buybacks in the future. Because right now there is hype on these projects. Let's say that the daily volume decreases, we don't get the treasury stops growing. If we have done too many buybacks, the profits are not going to be enough to keep this going. So it has to be sustainable in the long term.
That can be appreciated, and I appreciate that response also. Okay, so I was looking at your roadmap. You guys just launched, and you have a good outlook for Q1 2022. You're looking to launch a DAO where you're going to implement staking, bonding, and also a cryptocurrency launchpad. Now, given that the token currently has a reflection, can you give us an idea of what a DAO looks like for Scary Chain Capital?
Okay, so basically we are almost done having a snapshot a subdomain, as most of the websites have, like Spooky Swap runs all their proposals there, and people vote with their wallet. For the staking and the launchpad, we have made a decision today. We will do an incentive for people to not to hold actually SEC token. So we will take snapshots at random times every day. And if you hold them for, like, let's say, have not decided it yet, it depends also on how long it is going to take us. We're gonna airdrop you tokens of the new upcoming projects for free. So that's what we can do for you.
Wow, that's incredible. Did not know that. That makes the project sound a lot more bullish for sure. So, Crypto Sensei, do you have any input? You have any questions? You want to jump in here?
Man, I'm just kind of learning in the background here. Lot of stuff. Actually, I didn't know what was going on in the background of the project. I do wanted to kind of maybe get a little bit more information. I know when you guys were talking about like an audit, you said that you know it's a little hard for me to follow. So you guys are going to work on it. You know, that is coming, because we really, you know, as a you know, someone that's getting into the project, we really like to see audits. They kind of make us feel more secure. And so I think, you know, if you guys could
Am I offline? Probably, maybe.
Oh, he cannot
Or
hear me?
not.
Can you not hear me? Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Piontif, can you hear me?
So one thing I want to clarify, since there is no one talking right now, is that we said that we're going to let people get access to private rounds and IDOs. Actually, we want to. There is an issue with the KYC. We're trying to figure out a way to do that. That's not easy, and we're talking with lawyers and this kind of stuff to make that happen.
So I think what Piantip, I think what Crypto Sensei was asking, I'm not sure if you could hear him or not. Basically, what he was alluding to was the contract audits being performed, and what he was getting at is that by performing audits on the contract, it gives investors more incentive, and it provides a security knowing, like, okay, an auditor came through, they audited the smart contract, and you know there's no issues with the contract to where, you know, hackers can get involved or rug pulls or any of that.
He's absolutely right. I already sent an email and was checking right now. We contacted Solidity Finance, if I'm correct, the one that made the contract for our friends of Matrix.farm. Basically, we have sent them an email, but it seems we have not been replied yet. Anyway, there are many. There is Paladin, Ragdoc. We know also how much it costs, and it will be done by next week for sure.
So you're saying that the appointment can be made to start with the auditing of the smart contract, or the audit will actually be completed?
No, actually, I have their numbers on Telegram because I already had the project in mind 1 month ago. I don't know how long it is going to take, but we will actually make the payment next week. We'll put a transaction link so people can check. And yeah, I don't know. It depends actually on this third party auditor, not from us.
Piontif, can you hear me now? Am I back?
Yes. Now I can hear
Perfect.
you.
Hey, quick question. So, for people that don't really know where the project idea came from, are you guys a fork of MCC? Did you guys come up with this on your own? Can you walk us through how the project got created? Where did it come from?
It's a fork. It's 100% a fork of MCC.
Okay, and I know MCC was having some contract issues. Have you guys addressed the same issues? Are you guys working on that? Because I know that there was an issue with the smart contract and something happened.
Yes. I was talking with my dev, the guy that forked the MCC smart contract. Basically, Solidity has only integers. So what happens, especially for the small wallets, there may be errors rounding the amount of tokens you get from reflections. So it has to get an elastic supply to make the numbers fit. They don't have float numbers, so that basically numbers with the decimals. That's the problem. It's just a mathematical problem, computer science problem, but it's not like a huge inflationary spike or whatever. It's not it.
Got it. So you guys are on that. That's great. And then also, I just wanted to clarify too. I know you said that you guys were thinking of the DAO, and then also maybe a launch pad for some projects and stuff like that. So you also said that current holders of SCC will get airdropped those projects. I just want to clarify that. So you're saying that by holding SCC now, when these things do happen, such as the DAO, we'll get airdropped some DAO tokens from that, or are you talking about just tokens from on the launchpad aspect of it?
So there are some things going on. So basically, my team is willing to launch more stuff on the blockchain. We were thinking about play to earn games. There are not many on Phantom, especially games of high quality. That is going to take, I think, at least 3 months to be completed. And we have some other ideas. So we can actually airdrop for the good people that have diamond ends. And actually, it's good for them because we will run for at least a year since the liquidity is locked. So yeah, we're gonna, and for the launchpad thing, let's say that we want to get access to an IDO. We will use the treasury funds to buy the launchpad utility token. Once we get basically the token of the project that it gets launched there, we will share a strategy with them to sell that token. Let's say, it will depend on the vesting of the token and decide when to sell and distribute the profit through buybacks.
And then also too, so let's just say, for example, this, you guys have a launch pad, you're doing IDOs, you launch a game, and so are there going to be different like tier levels for people that have different amounts of SCC that they can buy into the IDO before the public, or are we going to get it at the same time the public is? I mean, I know I'm kind of 3 months out on this, but that's kind of way my mind is going right now, is I'm just trying to foresee how this is going to work for token holders, for those people that are going to hold and represent SCC for the next several months. What are the benefits going to be for us with that kind of stuff?
Okay, so case one, let's say that we get access to an IDO and a launchpad, probably the upcoming FTM pad. So we get tokens of this new project. We decide if it's the case to hold them or not. And when we take profits, we're gonna do the buyback. So people are going to get benefits from reflections on the buyback, but also from the supply, for the fact that the supply decreases every time we do a burn or a buyback. So they will basically earn by actually affecting the price, making it go up. We have seen that when we do buybacks, the price goes up by 3%, 4%, so it works.
Okay, but I'm kind of thinking of something else. It's all good, man. No worries. And so that sounds pretty cool. I'm actually excited to see where you guys are gonna kind of come out with that. What's the time frame like on, the dashboard you guys are building? I mean, when are we gonna be able to? And I know you guys just launched, but is it like a 2 weeks out, a month out, or a couple days out? What's the time frame on that?
Actually, it should.
Would you like me to jump in on that one?
Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, it's soon. Let's hear Azar for a bit.
Okay, so very interesting questions, guys. So basically, regarding the dashboard, the thing that is happening is, as Piantov has explained, it was a very unanticipated project, and he basically like called me at late night, and he was just constantly ringing and saying that we had this amazing project, and we need the branding, we need the dashboard, we need the website. So I told him we got the website, we got the branding in just a couple of hours. Like the SCC logo, I'm sure you guys must be confused whether it's a wolf, it's a tiger, or it's a cat. What exactly is it? So basically, it's two wolves. Now regarding the website, basically three developers were working consistently to get the website done in a couple of hours, so that the community on the Telegram could come in, see what's happening, and obviously that would create that sort of credibility for them. Now, regarding the dashboard, we have two more developers. We got two more developers specifically for the dashboard working. So they're going to be working throughout the weekend, even on Sunday. Probably one shift is going to be during the day, and the other developer is going to work during the night. And we're hoping to get some sort of, you could say, minimum viable product by the end of Monday, probably, or something along the lines of Tuesday. But again, it's a very tentative deadline, but we're hoping to get the dashboard in the next couple of days. So yeah, that's the schedule.
So you guys are on it, man. I love that. You guys are hustling, and that's what a new project needs. It needs people like you to really get in there and just start working day and night. I mean, I know I talk to project heads all the time, and these people are working from 15, 18 hours a day on this stuff, and it's really nice to hear that you guys are working just as hard on your project too. That makes me really bullish. Um, is there anything kind of that, we haven't asked you guys yet that you'd like to speak on? I mean, what are you guys most proud about so far in your project, and what else do we need to know about SCC?
Oh, absolutely. So this is again regarding something about the creative aspect of it, and I would like to jump in here. So regarding the SCC, what we've been doing is that we're launching some side projects for SCC. Such as we're creating a merchandise. And now I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share the screen or something here. But we do have a merchandise ready with the hoodies, the t-shirts, the caps, and some even buttons there, which are all prepared. And if the design is there, the graphics are there, and the concept is also there. The markups are also there. So we have those ready, and they will be available on the website in the next couple of days to shop. And anybody from any part of the world can just purchase an SEC merch that will be delivered to them. That's the first thing that's going to happen in the next couple of days, probably in a week. I can't say for sure. Again, the amount of hustling that's happening, the deadlines isn't definitive. The second thing that's probably going to happen is we're going to go into the pixel arts for SCC, and we're going to explore a few wolf designs, different sort of designs that can be made around a simple concept of a wolf, and then we'll upload them on the website or probably some other website, but we'll have a discussion on this, and the community will be kept updated in the next week regarding the merc and the pixel arts. Afterwards, what we're going to do is this is something which we're discussing internally, but we are interested in the concept of phantom gaming and farming related to that. And there's some exciting news coming up for the community for that. And like Piantov has explained, people who will hold off SCC during this time, they will definitely get additional benefits than people who will come late or join late. So yeah, that's that.
No, that's solid info, man. That's you guys are already working on the merch. It'd be cool if you guys found a way to give project holders a little bit of a discount if we do buy some merch. I don't know if you could do that by wallet addresses or whatever, but that would be pretty cool. Or maybe you could post something in the Discord for your members. That way we could help support you guys through that. I also wanted to ask you guys, as far as the community is concerned. Me, Michael. I know me and Michael are two pretty big holders in for your project. Are we going to be able to have a say, or is the community going to be able to have a say in new play to earn games or whatever you guys decide to get into? Is it going to be kind of like a governance thing, like, hey guys, these are what we're looking at. Why don't you guys vote on what you think would be the best? Or is this kind of like an internal, audit of what you guys want to do, and then we're just along for the ride? I just want to see if us, the holders, will have some type of engagement with that.
I think we would appreciate a lot if they they give us suggestions on which game they would like the most. Like we can do polls even during the development of the game. We can say, should we take this direction or another one? We are mostly always there to listen to what people say.
And I think it's going to be a mix between you guys going along the ride and we taking the community governance, because we want to make sure the community is happy, but we want to surprise the community as well, like making excellent games and excellent stuff for them. But on the same at the same time, we're making sure that what they want and what they need is also incorporated in the project. So yeah, it's going to be difficult to balance both of these, but I think with the way and the approach that we have going on the Twitter and on Telegram and the sort of response that we're getting right now, I think we are in the right direction.
Right on, guys. Well, I was just talking to Michael kind of in the back screen there. I think we've kind of asked the questions that we'd like to ask. Now, I'd like to spend some time getting the audience up here and having them kind of ask their questions. So I'm going to open it up to anybody, whoever has a question. I'm going to invite you up to speak. We're going to do this in an orderly fashion. So if two of you come on the stage, let's mute our mics. Let the first person finish asking their question. Once they are done, the next person will step down. The other person will come up and ask their question. So we got at New Boy. Why don't you go ahead and ask your question, my friend?
Hey, thanks. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, brother.
Hey, thanks. So I know you guys spoke a little bit about this concept of the inflationary versus deflationary. There was some discussion about cross-chain capital today. If you noticed, they held a vote to change the contract so they could address the inflationary issue longer term. Are you guys doing that, or have you already done that, or what are you doing with regards to the inflation?
So right now, main concern for people is that the price goes down. Actually, whether the inflation is high or the deflation is high, the price reflects the perception of value of the project. So right now, we're not concerned. We're going to measure the inflation and put it in the dashboard so that anyone can see. And right now, we're not doing anything else from doing burns and buybacks. Our price has kept very stable over the last 3 days. We're always stable at 3-4 million market cap. So right now, until it does not affect negatively our project, we will keep working and doing applying our strategy and not changing the contract or launching a new version of the contract. If we think it is not needed right now, our price reflects that people believe in us, they are holding, and the price has been stable. So for now, we keep playing like this.
So you guys don't see the same issue that CCC is trying to address and fix right now? You guys don't see that as an issue? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Right now, we will measure that and check it every day. It depends on the daily volume and how much the supply, stretches and enlarges. But right now, I see no concern. Basically, what they're trying to do, in my opinion, is to appear as the ones that are fixing a problem that probably does not exist, to gain more attention by people investing. In my opinion, there is nothing to worry about.
Okay. At New, do you have another question, my friend, or are you good? Follow up, maybe?
Well, I'm just curious also how many staff members you have, essentially quote unquote staff, working on this project. Is it 2 people? Is it 200 people?
Answer better than me because I know at least 5 people, but
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So for so basically, we have 3 different divisions of people working. One are professionals, that's a blockchain developer, a graphic designer, a content writer, a general website developer, community manager who looks after Twitter and Telegram, and then a pixel designer. These are 6 professionals working. Then we have 2 crypto consultants working alongside on making the strategies for crypto, working with Piantov and me. And then we have 2 consultants. One is an economic consultant who has a background, a master's in economics, and he guides us in different phases of strategy. So the concern about inflation, which you had earlier, there was some discussion of Austrian School of Economics and how it plays its role in the cryptocurrency. He basically gave us some insights on creating the strategy and all, regarding that. And then we have a financial advisor who basically has educational background in finance and business management, and he looks over the fintech aspect of it. So in giving a rough ballpark figure, we have 10 to 12 professionals and consultants total working with us, excluding me and Piantov.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Good luck with the project.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
And then I think real quick before Oakley speaks, I think Michael had Mike, did you have a question real quick? Did you want to ask, or can I move over to?
Yeah, just one last question that I had. You were talking about before where the momentum, where people lose momentum into the project, and that's where price starts to come down. I wanted to know what kind of incentives or what kind of news that you can provide to the community to keep that momentum going. I know it can be difficult with crypto because there's always that next shiny thing. I just wanted to see what steps you had to take to keep the momentum.
Okay, so regarding the, I think CryptoSense shared a really interesting question that whether the holders would be given some sort of incentive on the merchandise and on the pixel designs or in the NFTs which comes up, and the game that comes up. So for the community, that's a big incentive that if they keep holding up the SEC, they're gonna have perks in the different side projects to which SEC is going to launch. And regarding the momentum, like I said, keeping their opinions while keeping the surprise element going on, that's something which we're hoping to keep the community really engaged and on their toes in that sense.
Actually,
Awesome. Thank you.
one thing, basically, the merchandise has a purpose is not to sell shirts and stuff. Basically, 30% of the revenues for the NFT launch we're going to do and the merchandise is gonna be used for buybacks. So we're using side projects to increase the buybacks. That's what we're doing.
Did you say something about NFTs? What was that?
So let's say that we launch 100 wolves or 200 wolves at a minting price of, I don't know yet, 100 FTM or 200 FTM. Basically, 30% of those FTMs are going to be used to buy SEC, and we will decide if it's the case to burn or to do a buyback. But same is going to happen for the rest.
But what are the NFTs? What are the value of the NFTs? Are they just going to be cool wolf NFTs that have really no purpose, or they don't do anything, or are they actually going to have some value, as in like token allocation or a boosted rate on your reflections? I mean, what value is the NFT? Why should I buy that NFT?
I think it's gonna be a no purpose thing. For once, we're doing also something creative and not trying to make as much money as possible. And we have seen that in the last 6 months, a lot of people buy nonsense JPEGs and it works. So for now, the first launch is not going to be a utility token.
I just want to say I don't love that. You guys are just saying, hey, we're gonna put out some NFTs that are gonna be worthless. We want you to buy them, and then we can do reflections. That's my personal opinion on it. But Oakley, no, I'm sorry. Did you?
If I can jump in?
Yes, please.
Yeah, if I can jump in. So basically, the thing is, since we're in a very, very early stages, it's quite open-ended. You're not sure what's going to happen the very next day. Like, to be very, very honest, the point that you're raising about the NFT, it's pretty valid, and I agree with this. So the aspect whether the NFT is going to hold value, that's something definitely into consideration because again, you're the part of the community and you're given the feedback, so we're going to make sure that your needs are being met. So absolutely, we're going to look into it.
And just remember, guys, the NFT sale, and whatever you do reflects upon you and your project, right? If you guys just put out something that has no real purpose, it's just to kind of get some money in to buy back some stuff, that's going to look poorly on you guys, right? So you guys really need to think clearly before you take these steps in what it is they're going to do, because I can see something like this either being super good for your project if you do it right, or it could be super negative where people are going to get like, frustrated. And so you just want to be aware of what's going on, because, people can change really quickly in crypto, and you guys always have to kind of adapt to that. So just be aware of that. But let's get Oakley in here to ask a question here. Oakley, what you got, my friend?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you guys for getting on the AMA. So I had two questions. The first question is regarding the background for the founder of the project. Have you worked in other crypto projects? Is this your first crypto project? And exactly what other crypto projects have you worked on? And then the second question is regarding the fork and how the reflections are done and how the taxes are paid. So my understanding is that CCC and MTC, you pay 10% on each side of the transaction, right? So you buy, you pay 10%, you sell, you pay 10%. But a graphic that you guys posted on your Twitter is showing that on each side of the transaction, a holder gets 80%, and 20% is distributed either between the treasury, reflections, marketing, etc. And so I want to understand that difference as well between how you do the 20% and MTC and CCC do the 10%, given it's a direct fork.
Good questions.
Can you say the first question again? The second one is I remember. The first one, no.
The first one just about the founder. So whoever's the founder of the project, what is your background? Have you worked in another crypto project? What crypto project was that? And just anything that goes toward your qualification sort of as a founder for the project.
Okay, I don't want to disappoint anyone with this, but actually this is our first crypto project. And my background, as I said, I've been making websites since I was basically 10 years old. I have done, I have run e-commerce and even like website with some more advanced backend. But on crypto, actually, this one is absolutely the first. The second question, actually, can you remember again? Because I'm really very, very sleepy, honestly. My memory is really dying. Yes.
No worries. Yeah, the second question is regarding the reflections, right? So on multi-chain capital,
Sure.
and
Okay,
CCC on AVAX, it's 10 and 10 on each side of the transaction.
No. We have replied many times. We asked our developers to check again. Actually, there is no difference between buys and sales, and basically what we get in the treasury. Because I want to say that if you are looking at the transaction we are doing, we moved yesterday 60,000 or 70,000 phantoms from the marketing wallet to the investments and farm wallet. So right now we're not doing much marketing, and we think we have more than enough funds for marketing. Also, someone told us that we are not leveraging crypto Twitter influencers, and that's right. So we are trying to have an estimate of how much liquidity they bring through their tweets, actually.
I think Oakley also, he wanted to kind of know what is the breakdown of the reflections, right? I think your project is 20%.
Yes.
And so
20%. So yes, basically on any transaction, 10% is used for reflection to the others. The other 10% is split equally in two wallets. One is the investments wallet, and the other one is the marketing wallet. But as I said before, right now we are using most funds for investments, apart from some cost for the development of the team.
But I would say that's where I think there's a bit of a mismatch, right? Because what the CCC team and MCC team have communicated, and maybe they've communicated it incorrectly, but what they've communicated is 10%, right? 10% on one side, 10% on the other side. And what you guys are communicating is there's no difference between what we do and what MCC and CCC do, but yet you're saying that you also do 20%, which is not the way that they do it. They do
Actually,
10%.
I Solid asked our developer on Telegram put screenshots to show the numbers, and I hope that answer will be answered again. Sorry, that question will be answered again by looking at the numbers we see on Phantom Scan.
Okay, got it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Oki. Appreciate you asking the questions. H. Malin, what's up, my friend? You got a question for our founders here?
How's it going? Can you guys hear me?
5x5, brother. Yep, go for it.
Awesome. Thanks for setting this up. I was just wondering on the dashboard, like, is it going to be showing the actions? I guess the interest that's paid out. I just joined a little late, so I don't know if you guys mentioned that, but how do you track that? And I also heard, like, is it 5% a day? Like, how is that calculated, and what is it coming out to in terms of like interest?
Okay, so there are some strategies that we can implement. We have all the formulas and all the data about it. So actually, the how much tokens you get per day is depends on how much daily volume we get. So it is not fixed. How much you get basically depending on how many tokens you have. You're gonna have a fraction of the total supply among all the holders of that 10% of that daily volume. That's what you get.
Got it. Okay. Another question I had was, I know you guys kind of alluded to the marketing strategy, but what is, if you can give us, I mean, obviously not tell us everything, but curious what your guys' plan is for getting the word out there. Is it, mostly influencers, paid ads? What kind of marketing do you guys have in mind?
Asar, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So for right now, we've been relying on organic, but we're waiting for the dashboard to come on. And once that really does, we are planning to have a few influencers on board on Twitter, and probably through the merchandise, we're gonna promote an Instagram. Probably you're gonna see some sort of ads coming up, probably on social media if you're active there. And then we're hoping to launch through a few other platforms, which are one way or the other being used by the people in the community and people who are similar to the members in the community. We're going to explore on that, and then we're going to build, hoping to get community built on different platforms as well. So through that, we're trying to get people to connect with the people who are like-minded to the members in the community, so not to be too intrusive. And at the same time, we're trying to get the word out through other side projects that we're going to be launching in. So that's the current strategy. Without going into so much detail, I hope you get the gist of what we hope planning to do in terms of the marketing. We have, as Pianta was explained, we have a specific reserve for the marketing, and since it's not being fully utilized at the moment, we're actually holding it off for once the dashboard is launched. The marketing dollars would be, executed in that sense, and hoping to get a more robust response than we have. And even in the organic sense, we reached a lot of market cap, and we're hoping to get that market cap about 10 times or even higher, given the marketing percentage that we have allocated on the buy and on the sell. Hope that answers the question.
Yep. Thank you.
Did anybody from the audience have any more questions? And here's a good opportunity. If you guys are done with your questions, just go ahead and go back down to the audience if you guys can, so we can make some room up here. But does anybody else in the audience want to raise their hand and ask these guys a question while we have them here? It's a really good opportunity. We'll give the people a couple more minutes to do that. In final thoughts, did you guys want to add anything maybe that you haven't talked about, or oh, here we go. Here's let's just get Crypto Chango up in here to ask a question, and then we'll go for that. Go for it, brother.
What's up, bro? Good stuff. Good stuff. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, I got a quick question. So I moved some of the SCC to my ledger last night, and I got taxed like 10%. Is that true?
Yes.
With every transaction, or?
No. You are getting the reflection. So you should be, if you check in an hour or so, the number of SEC you own should go up.
No, it's going up. But what I'm saying is, when I moved it from my wallet, my
obviously. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
There is that's the tax that we have in our model, of course. Yes. From now on, if you hold them, you will gain that 10% very soon. That's what I can guarantee you.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So if I buy SCC and I put it in the ledger, not only am I getting taxed when I buy it, I'm getting taxed when I'm moving it from in the ledger to out of the ledger to selling.
This is something that I've never observed because actually no one of us, I think, has ever moved SEC to the ledger. So you're saying that even when you send SEC to another wallet, you get taxed?
Yeah, 10%, man. Transaction fee. Boom. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this may be actually a reason to do the V2 actually. If this
Right.
happens, we have to do another contract for sure. Yes, that's because I have not checked because I sent SEC from a wallet to another. I have not checked the balance. I have to check anyway. Any major change to the contract can be done. Unfortunately, we have renounced the contract too fast to show that we had some integrity. At this point, maybe if there's so many bugs, actually not many, but it has to be changed. Yeah. Thanks for bringing on this matter.
No
Yeah.
problem. Thank you.
Maybe that's something you guys need to address because that's kind of silly. You know, I actually noticed when I moved from I have a burner MetaMask and then I have my real MetaMask, and when I moved mine over, I got taxed too. So I mean, I get buying and selling, but moving from wallet to wallet, you guys need to fix that because I
Agreed.
mean, 20% plus 10%, and then if I move it back as another 10%, and then 20%, that's 60% that I'm being taxed just moving it from one wallet to one wallet, buying and selling. That is unacceptable.
Agreed.
We agree. Well, so then I can guarantee you that by next week we will launch a new. I mean, I think it's obvious. If you report this kind of problem, I think it makes no sense to go on with the smart contract anymore. This one is really very critical in my opinion.
All right. Thanks for answering.
It might be a good time to, get the team together, have a team meeting, and just kind of go over what's been going on. And I mean, I know things are fresh and things are new, and you guys are just launching, but it's also good to have that time to reflect and make changes. And that way, when there is, instead of having a couple thousand people in your project, when you have 10, 15, 20,000 people, it's going to get a lot more hectic. So it's good to address these things, and that's why we have these AMAs, right? It's not just you guys are learning and we're learning, but we're also kind of teaching each other kind of what kind of is okay and what isn't okay. And so that, I think it's a very healthy conversation that we've been having here. I don't think there's any more questions from the audience. Did you guys want to say anything and close, and anything, we else we should know or about you guys? We'd love to get some closing comments from both of you.
So the thing is, this AMA had been really, really insightful for me. I wasn't actually expecting that this so many wonderful questions would come, and especially the last point that which this amazing gentleman raised. I think that's really insightful, and we'll look into it. I'll share these with the team and the development team, and we'll fix this immediately because, like Pianta has said, this is a very, very critical issue for us. We don't want our community members to have any additional bearing on the text. Now, in terms of giving closing, what I think Pianta will also touch on this in his closing statement, that in the last 3 to 4 days since we've actually launched, it's all been organic. It's been organic in terms of the appeal of the token itself. Now it's going to be organic plus the effort into the marketing. So you can expect, the community can expect that there's going to be a boom in terms of what's going to happen. Because initially we've been relying on the community's, like I said, organic reach, but it's going to be organic and not non-intrusive reach, but it's going to grow because we're going to start investing. And as the team is growing, as more minds are coming into the project, we're expecting a much more stronger and effective reach in the upcoming days. So yeah, I would like to close on that.
I appreciate that, and that was very well said, and you speak very well, Azure. It's really nice to hear you. You're very calm, cool, and collective, and it's been a pleasure talking to both of you. Piontif, did you have any closing words, my friend?
Yeah, no. Basically, I think we have a lot to work on, and so we will start again very soon. Because actually it's just for days, but problems are rising, and we hope to fix them fast so that we are on the right path with this smart contract that is concerning me at this point. And yeah, so we'll get back to the community very soon and try to be fast.
That sounds good, man. And hey, get some rest too. I know you probably been working these crazy long hours. I know it's not easy, so we appreciate your transparency in the last hour. Michael, did you have any closing things?
No, actually, I'm really glad a lot of things transpired. Like, I like to dig into projects. I look at the blockchain. I look at things that are going on. I like to read white papers. I want to see what's coming forward. And I definitely learned a lot of things about Scary Chain Capital that made me more bullish on the project. I'm definitely looking forward to this DAO launch, to your launch pad, to these airdrops, to how you're going to take care of the community. And I really appreciate all of your time.
Thanks a lot for allowing us to speak, and
Thank you
maybe
so
we'll do
much
another
for
one
having us.
if you want.
We would love to have a follow-up. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we always like to
that
follow
really
up.
would be good.
Absolutely. And then, our community is growing ever so faster. So if you come back in a month, we might even have another 200 or 300 members by then. So, we would love to have you guys back. Thank you so much for your time. It's an absolute pleasure to meet both of you. And congratulations, guys. This is getting a crypto projects from an idea, into an actual project and out into the world and getting millions of dollars coming into your project. That's very, very bullish. That's very successful. And so you guys probably need to take a minute and just realize that you guys are doing a fantastic job, having these AMAs and getting, everything clear and what's going on with the project is necessary. And we really appreciate your time, and we look forward to having you guys back very soon. Okay.
Thank you so
Sure.
much, Crypto Sensei.
All right, guys.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure
Okay.
talking with you
Bye
guys.
bye.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys, for watching. We really appreciate you. If you're not a member and you want some more information, go to the waiting room. We can help you out. If not, you guys have a fantastic day. We love all of you. Appreciate it.